Hi, entertainers. So I thought I'd share with you the plans for this weekend. Now I know a lot of you are going to be upset that I'm repeating myself like a bajillion times, and I do apologize for repeating myself so many times. So this weekend is all about sports and watching sports. Whether it was the Folsom Bulldogs playing last night, even though I didn't get to watch it, I got to keep up with the score. I'll talk about the finals of each of these games that are finalized from last night later on in the video. So there's a pretty huge game in college football this weekend starting at 9 a.m., which by the time this goes up, it'll either be over or it'll be pretty close to over. Or maybe it'll be like right at the start of the fourth quarter or something along those lines, or maybe like right around the middle of the fourth quarter, or even probably end of the fourth quarter. I don't know what the score is yet. It's a Big Ten matchup. I'm not going to go into detail of because I don't want to jinx it or knock on wood or anything like that. But I will say that it's Ohio State versus Michigan. It's a pretty big matchup, let's just put it that way. And then next weekend is all of the championship games. So like the ACC championship game, the Big Ten, the Big 12, the Pac-12, the ACC, the SEC, all of those championship games are next weekend. Then the weekend after that, it's the Army versus Navy game. And then there's and then it's all the bowl games, basically. So you've got games like the Rose Bowl. You've got the championship games or the semifinals to get into the championship games. You've got the Gator Bowl. All kinds of different types of bowls. There's like 40 or something like that in total bowl games throughout the season, starting on right around the middle of December and going until January 11th. So it's about a month of bowl games. There's a couple of days where there's 4 or 5 bowl games, or there's 6 bowl games in one day, or there's lots of stuff like that. There's the New Year Six, all that stuff. But let's not dive into that too much. Then on Sunday, there's the Niners are playing. I'm not going to go into detail of all of that stuff because I don't want to. Like I said, I don't want to jinx anything. But basically, this whole weekend is about watching sports or following my favorite sports teams. Now, let's just dive into this. So, there were 3 teams that I followed that played, or 4 teams that I followed that played last night. 3 of the 4 won. So, I can't remember if it was the women's or the men's. I believe it was the women's. They play Australia. Or they played Australia in soccer. Now, I could be mistaken. It could have been the men's. They won 3-0 over Australia, which I heard Australia was a pretty good had a pretty good football team or soccer team or however they classify it in Australia. And then the San Jose Sharks lost 4-1 last night. And then the Golden State Warriors won 116 to 104 or something like that. And Curry had another 32. He passed Scottie Pippen for 62nd all-time in scoring points leaders. And now he's chasing Dale Ellis. I don't know if you guys know who any of these individuals are. And he is about 45 away from passing Ray Allen in all-time threes. So I don't know when he'll break it or how he'll break it, but at some point this season, he'll hit those 45 and pass him and become the greatest three-point shooter of all time, passing Ray Allen, who has 2,973, and he has 2,930 or something like that. So he's got... Oh, no, wait. It's 44 that he needs to pass him. Sorry. I misspoke there. It's 44 that he needs to pass him now. I don't know when the next game is for them. So there's that. This weekend also I would like to start reading Tulip Fever, possibly finish it, watch the movie, on Sunday when there's another piece of information I have to do. Sorry for my hair. I want to watch any film that she's in that I'm doing piece of information. So here's what I'm thinking in regards to the piece of information. We're only going to do it once because I don't think a lot will change except for the films that they star in or the TV shows they star in. All the information that's put on the internet about them, whether it's incorrect or correct, it should only be said once. So after I do, after I get back to wherever I started for next year, I probably won't do them again. Piece of information, but I will talk about new movies that they possibly could be in or new shows they could be in, but nothing like concrete information about them because I've already said it all. So I think once we get to, I think it's Kara or no, maybe it's Anna. I don't remember where I started. I have to go back through my records of YouTube videos that I did to remember which one was the first one I did this year, or maybe it was last year. I have to go look at it. And then, we'll see what that situation is. So, there will be a piece of information on tomorrow, the 28th, and then I have one on the 29th, or is it the 30th? I think it's the 30th. I'd have to go check my list. There might be one on the 29th and one on the 30th. Anyways, I thought I'd just, tell you guys about that. I am starting to watch some, getting caught up on a few YouTube channels. And then I did start watching Jurassic Park films again. I'm like 30-ish minutes into the Lost World film. And then I'm going to go and watch the third one, Jurassic Park 3, and then maybe I'll watch the Jurassic World films, and who knows. Anyways, so basically this whole weekend is about, watching my favorite sports teams, following, I forgot to mention the Folsom Bulldogs. So they won the section championship last night, 20-3 over Rockland. Now, I don't know if they're going to go to state or if they're going to get invited. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I'm not 100% sure on that. It just really depends on what the high school committee decides, and who would play. We lost to Rockland early in the regular season, or right around the middle of the regular season, and I think we got a redemption against them because we lost pretty bad to them earlier. We also lost to De La Salle. I don't know if we're going to play them again. Probably not. Or maybe we will. And then Granite Bay was the other one that we lost to earlier in the season. And I say we because I used to go to Folsom High School a long, long time ago. I still like to keep up with, their football. Mostly it's just their football and see how they're doing in football. So this year they finished the season 10-3, pending on what happens if they go to state or not. If they go to state, it could be 11-3 or it could be 10-4. Really depends on that whole situation. And anything else? I think that was it for, giving you the scores of the games from last night. And telling you a little bit about Curry and what records he's trying to break. And I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm knocking on wood. Anyways, I will see you. There are no birthdays today, as far as I know. At least none that I have written down. There might be birthdays today that I don't have written down that might be important, but I just don't have any written down, whether it's on YouTube or it's on as a celebrity, not a YouTuber. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow with a brand spanking new vlog, and ciao. Bye-bye.